You know, you're gorgeous. You're gorgeous. But you're not quite the right color for this particular outfit, baby. But any witchy girl would be honored to have you as their witchy cat. Mostly. Because I could see you just knocking all the potion ingredients down and doing the things. For those of you who have not been paying attention to our art series, I just wanted to show you how big she's gotten. Look at them. Yeah. Showing them how big she's gotten. She's actually purring. But she definitely wants down. Yes. And you're my baby and follow me around. All right. Bye-bye. Now she's going to stay down there and hover. Because that's what she does. So hello and welcome to Domytriesthis. I hope you brought your cuppa. This is my It's Fine, I'm Fine, Everything Fine 64 hydro. Let's go ahead and give her a sip. Juice. It is still hot. I do not know when the tea will come back. It is hot enough that I wanted ice cream this week. just saying. All right, so first thing out of the way. Y'all know we live in an apartment. Y'all know I've been fighting the good fight in the apartment. Well, the apartment complex decided to, yeah. They are now spraying, which, hats off to them. They're trying to do something. Unfortunately, it is backfiring horribly. I'm not sure what's going on. I think they spray us and then they spray our neighbor, and that's why we end up with a bigger problem over here. But since they started spraying, we have had a bigger problem rather than a smaller problem. And I am really, really annoyed by that. But the only reason I bring that up is because it's quite possible something will go skittering behind me. They all seem to be, I'm not seeing anything crawling around right now, but I'm just warning you. Something skitters along behind me. We're just going to ignore it, okay? I've been doing my best. The apartment complex is doing the spraying, and we've got issues. Have I mentioned how much I hate living in apartments? I'm pretty sure I have, but in case I haven't, I hate apartment living for so many fucking reasons. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. This is actually a relatively affordable apartment for where we live, which is great because our previous apartment was becoming vastly unaffordable. But still, it's an apartment, it's a mess, and I hate it. I hate it. We're going to move on now. Alrighty, so today we are doing something called palette pairs. I am not going to show you the palettes yet, but I will pull down the glasses and let you see the look. Kind of. I was supposed to do a little work here. I didn't do it. I think we look fine. Yeah, so today is our first in palette pairs. I'm going to be attempting to, use contrasting palettes, mostly trying to push my boundaries on color. And also, I'm trying to use shit up. Mind you, nothing will get used up in my lifetime, probably. But, I mean, I say that because your girl just turned 62. 62. It's going to be kind of hard to use everything up before, I'm not doing shit anymore. However, we are going to make an effort. I have enough of it. We're going to try to use it, and we're going to try to put two of them together and go from there. And we added a couple of other little things on this one. So if you're interested in this look, if you want to know what palettes we used, just keep on watching. All right, so our two palettes are Dee Dee Signature's newest one, the Broken Jewels. And there's what she looks like. We did a try-on with this one. And the Domytriesthis de Provence, which is their 10th anniversary reformulation of this particular palette. I am going to be aiming for something of a Halloween look, as I'm sure you noticed from the intro. We have also done a white base up top and a black base on the bottom to try to get some of those, that bottom, to give that more of a Halloween dark look. Although half of it, 2/3 of it's going to be glitter, so God knows. All right, so we're going to start with the Provence, and we are going to work with Champs de Tournesol. I'm probably totally mispronouncing that. We're going to start with this one, and then we're going to put, this one's going to go right under the brow. This one's going to go into the crease. And then we're actually going to go ahead and use the naves here on the inner corner. So that's where we're starting. That's where we're starting. We're actually going to be ending up, I'm saying actually a lot. We're going to end up using the Provence more than the other palette, but I do have colors picked out of the other palette. So, all right. So let's start with this pale yellow. Did I use this recently? No. Oh, maybe I used the purples, because the M is almost gone. So we're going to be trying some of the other colors in this palette. We're going to put that under the brow and go down. Now, because I used the black, the white ended up more grayish, but that's fine. I just wanted it not to be really dark. That went on nice. I'm not surprised, since these were reformulated with Nomad's new formula, which is amaze balls. All right, let's get into this Miel de Lavande, I guess, with the B on it. And this, ooh, that came out dark. This is going to start at the back of the crease and go up. I don't know if you guys can hear the music. Probably not, because I'm using my mic, and I'm playing my favorite group duo, Collective Soul and Creed combo. And Creed is on right now. Hi. No. Hold, please. Y'all, I adore my kitten. I really adore my kitten. But she needs to stay off my makeup table. She just sent brushes flying everywhere. Everywhere. All right. So I used the opportunity of cleaning up to go ahead and put my Moira glitter glue on. And we are going to use our sponge tip and grab some of this navettes. I don't know. I am butchering things, I know. I apologize. And this is going to go on our inner corner. I'm hoping it's not too close to the color I picked out from the Jewels palette. Siren has been very, very clingy lately and yelly. She's been yelling at everybody about everything. We think. We're actually not sure what she's yelling about, but she's doing it a lot. She is yelling a lot. I'm going to go ahead and take one of my small Bluesky brushes, get it wet or a little damp, and get my inner corner just a little bit better. And make sure we have the crease taken care of. Wait, we need to. I prefer the sponge tips for the glitters because they give you a lot of that shine that you get when you use your fingertip. But for really fine work, I prefer the brushes. Getting the cracks and crevices. All right, so we're now going to get into broken jewels. My plans so far are to use the molten citrine and the emerald burst. I was going to use a red from the Provence. Oh, that's more of a brown. Okay, I was thinking about using this one, but on my skin it comes up kind of a brownish red. We really kind of want it brighter than that. So we'll stick with the one in the Provence, which is more pink, but hey. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and get the other side of our applicator wet. There we go. And grab some of this citrine. This is such a pretty color. Pretty color. I really need to work with some of the other colors in here. There's a lot of these are very soft. I'm getting quite a lot on here. So we may have a lot of fallout because there's a lot on there. Anyway. Yeah, those colors are really similar. I have a way to fix that. But look at that. That is so pretty. That is amazingly pretty. I think to fix that similar color thing we got going on, I'm going to put some of this golden shard, which has a green cast to it, over the yellow we used from the Nomad. See if they blend. This thing might take over. She might take over. A little bit. But it's actually helping blend into that too. Oh, that came out pretty. That came out really pretty. Grab a little bit. Okay, so that's nice to know. The DD Signature, Shimmer, High Shines are also brush. You can also pick those up with a brush. All right, so we're going to try to blend these together a little bit on the edge. Oh, I like that. I like that. That came out pretty. Of course, I'm not getting much of the green cast, but that's fine. I'm fine with that. I think I'm going to change what I was going to do a little bit. Just a little bit. Problem is, Provence has no greens. So I'm going to use this dark green on the outer corner as planned. And then I think instead of the red like I was going to do, we'll go to this Toxic Gleam. That's what we're going to do. Oh, wow, that smoothed really easy with my finger. Looked like there was like a bit of a clump that just needed a little bit of adjusting there. Oh, that's beautiful. There are some other colors that I want to play with in here. But we're trying this palette pair series things. We'll see how this works. And Halloween. Some of these colors are not for Halloween. Well, I mean, they could be. But I suspect things like Blue Fracture and Rose Ruin are more Christmas colors. So we'll look at using them for Christmas. I am trying to build this up because it's coming out a bit more faded than I want. So I am just layering it. It is applying well. There is no skipping, except for where I have cracks and crevices. And that's beautiful. I'm going to put a bit more of the green across over here. I'm going to mimic what we usually do for the point with this dark green. So just a little bit. So we have kind of a point there. Okay. And now I'm going to take one of my larger, one of my old Sephora brushes that I actually really enjoy, and I'm kind of sad that they got rid of these. They may still have brushes, but they don't have these brushes that I got. And we're going to get that Toxic Gleam. And I am putting it on the end first. And then we're going through the crease. And going out for our point. Going a bit over that orange. So if there was a lot of noise in the background, my granddaughter was doing dishes for us, which I appreciate. Okay, so I'm going to have to rethink that Provence red that I was going to use. Maybe this dark red in here will be good. I think. Because this is more of a, it's more muddy, more grungy. And that Provence red is a little, it's bright. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use this brownish red that's in here. Oh, I like how that came out. That's nice. I'm almost afraid to use the red. But, I mean, you know, because it's more brownish red and we've gone very muddy with these colors, it shouldn't look too Christmassy, right? I'm not using a bright Christmas red. Let's see how this goes, this Twilight Gleam. Put this in our crease. And down. It's actually slightly above the crease because I've got such hooded eyes. If you want to see any of that, it can't be actually directly in the crease. So I use the crease as my guideline and put it on the upper edge of it. And then out. And we are just sort of continuing to buff it a little bit so that it blends out. And adding more on this edge. I think I like that. This is a color combo that's just a little bit unusual for me. but I like it. I think I would have liked this color here to be, you know what? This is what we'll do. We're going to grab just a little bit of this rose ruin, right? And we're going to tap into that and see. Yeah. It's getting it more of an orangey. It's not taking away from that shine. I like that. I like that. Comes up a bit more orangey with that rose ruin added in. I like that. That's very, I like that. You'll have to let me know what you think about it. All right, so gonna go ahead and finish the other eye, and do all the things we do, and then we'll be back, right? Right. Hey, pretty girl. Our witchy cat is back. She gonna go eat. She wasn't interested in the wet food today. I don't know why. Anyway, so here's our look. Some things that I did. This is the third time filming this. It's been a mess. Some things that I did. First of all, I took the red from the Provence, the macarons, and I put it over that darker red from the Broken Jewels palette. You can't really see it much. It's right in here. But I just wanted it a little brighter. I like the darker red, but I was looking for something just a little bit, like a flicker of that inner fire inside of a jack-o'-lantern or something, just a darker shades without going brown. And that other red is kind of brown. The other thing I did is I used that color. Okay, I thought she came over here. I used that shade Golden Shards for two things. For one, I used it on the inner corner here, and then I finished my lower lid with Shook from the Moira Star Shows. And then I went back here with the color Low Key from the Moira Star Shows. Y'all know I love these. I really wish they would expand the color range on this. I would love to see a really true red in this one. They got a blue, they got a green, they got a black. They need a true red. They really need a true red. They have a gorgeous purple. The purple is absolutely beautiful. But anyway, so I used those on the outer. And then I also used that Broken Shards to brighten up the highlight a little bit. I was looking for a green highlighter. I thought I had one. I must have gotten rid of it. It's not a color I would use often. So that is actually no surprise that I got rid of it. But that's what I did with the look. And I gotta say, I really like it. These colors are not colors that I normally use. I do use greens, but I don't tend to use. I don't tend to grunge down or bring it all to those mossy, swampy colors all that often. And my hair is kind of being a pain in the butt right now. But anyway. Highly distracted. This is the third time filming this. Anyway, I don't normally go to those swampy colors, and I just really like how this came out. It didn't quite come out as Halloweenish as I want. I really think to do that, I need more of a pure orange on the middle lid, but I don't care. It works for me. It works for my witchy girl. Anyway, so yeah, I'm really, really very happy with it. These two palettes, we both know I love these brands. So, but it was really nice to have the colors. A lot of times when you have formulas from two different companies, they just don't like each other. They fight each other. or if you are trying to blend and meld colors, the second color you put on top will take over the first color, and then you put the first color on to try to fix it, and the first color takes over. So a lot of times when you have mixed formulas like that, they just don't get along. But these got along beautifully. They melded. They created sort of a new tone for each color that I did, both on the inner corner and the outer corner. And they're soft and blendable. The shimmers are great. I would have to say the shimmers in this one are better, but I think these ones are deliberately high shine, and these are just your regular standard shimmers. So, but they're both beautiful, and I think they're both available. This one might be out of stock, but I don't think it's limited edition. So if it's out of stock, click notify me or whatever, and keep an eye out for it to come back. I always watch the Instagrams of the companies that I love to follow, that I want stuff from, because usually their Instagrams will tell you more quickly than the notify me that something is back in stock. So follow their Instagram and watch for it to come back if it's out of stock. And it's a beautiful palette. Highly recommend both. This, as you know, comes from Nomad's 10th anniversary reformulation of 3 palettes. I do believe the 3 palette bundle is still available. I'm not positive. If it is, I will list it down below separate from this so that you will know the price of the bundle. And you will have to let me know if you're planning to buy either one of or both of these, and all of that stuff. And also let me know how you like our video today. Like, share, subscribe, do all the YouTube things. Having been away for a few months because of the knee and all that stuff, we're struggling to pick up on numbers again. So I would really appreciate the help. The channel would appreciate the help. Programming note, because of the obvious nightmare that the residents, the community, the people, our landlords are causing by suddenly deciding to spray every week, I have absolutely no idea if we're going to be doing Chris's cooking again anytime soon. It is unfortunate. He has wanted to get back. Work has been a thing. He's now working later. So the only time we could do that is on his days off. And neither one of us wants anything to do with that kitchen being on the YouTubes, because it's just a mess. So I am sad to say that that is on indefinite hold, although I'm sure a lot of you already knew that because it's been a long time. And we kept saying he wants to come back, and it's not happened. Secondly, there will be no art video this week. I just didn't get to it this weekend. This weekend was a whole thing. I mean, it wasn't horrible. I was not with it, and I didn't do really much art at all. And that disappoints me. It just disappoints me. But just letting you know, those videos don't seem to get much traction anyway, even though I'm working on keeping them all short now and not doing the long extended videos I was doing before. But I'm just letting anybody know, if you follow the art videos, there won't be one this week. Finally, these palette pairs, I have some cakes set aside for Halloween cakespirations. And I'm thinking that what I'm going to end up doing is having 2 of the MMIW Mondays. And in between them, one week will be the palette pairs, and the other week will be the cakespirations. We'll see how that works. Cakespirations is kind of scary to me. They really do push and challenge me. So sometimes I just don't feel up to them. But that's the plan right now, is to alternate between these and that. And hopefully between these and that, I'll be using more of my older palettes. Which means for you, if you're interested in recreating a look, you're just going to have to, for some of them, you're going to have to find the colors. Because a lot of my palettes, like I say, are older, so they are no longer in production. It's just a thing. If they're in production, they will always get listed down below. Anyway, so you will, again, like I said, have to let me know down below what you think, if you're buying anything and all of that. In the meantime, I'm going to take another sip. Oh, yes. It has been hot. I think I mentioned that. It's been hot. Alrighty, as you all, hey, come say hello. Come show them your beautiful face and say hello. Don't just walk on by. I know they miss you. I told them we're on indefinite hold. Because of things. Because of things. Say hi.
Bye.
Bye. He does want to do all that again. It's just we can't justify it in this mess, and it's really disconcerting. At any rate, as you all know, I love my children. I love my dragonettes, and I hope you have a good one.